Good morning, students. As we have completed question number 1 of exercise 1.2 in on the previous day of our class, so today we are going to complete the further questions. So let us start. Question number 2. Write a pair of integers whose difference gives a negative integer. Now we have to take any two integer such that if we find the difference between that two integer, we should get the answer as a negative integer. Here difference means we have to subtract. So let us take minus 2 and 3. And we know that we will get a negative integer only if we take one integer as negative and second one as positive, because we are writing minus sign in between them. So minus 2 minus 3. We know that minus minus plus. So 2 plus 3 5 and sign will be of minus. So minus 2 and 3, these are the pair of integer. If we subtract this number, we will get the answer as a negative integer. Let us understand this one by one more example. For example, we can take minus 1 comma 2. If we subtract this two integer minus 1 minus 2, we can see that minus minus plus, so minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. So minus 3 is a negative integer using minus 1 and 2. Second one, 0. Again we have to take any two integer. Pair means there should be two integer, and if we subtract, if we find the difference between the two integer, we should get 0. So when we'll get 2 0, if both integer should be positive. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0, or you can take 1 minus 1 or 4 minus 4, then 5 comma 5, any number as you want. Then question number 3, an integer smaller than both the integer. Now we have to find an answer or an integer which should be smaller than both the integer. Both the integer means the pair which we will take. For example, we have taken 8 and 6. The answer should be smaller than 8 and 6. So 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So you can see that 2 is smaller than 8 and 6 both. So a 2 is an integer which is smaller than both the integer means 8 and 6. Or you can take 7 and 5. 7 comma 5. So 7 and 5 is 2. And 2 is smaller than both 7 and 5. These are not the fixed answer. You can use any number as you want, but the condition should be satisfied. Then fourth one, an integer greater than only one of the integer. Now we have to find an integer. We have to find an integer whose difference gives an integer which is smaller than both the integers. Sorry, which is greater than only one of the integer. Means 9 and 4. 9 minus 4. You have to find the difference means 9 minus 4, and answer is 5. And you can see that 5 is an integer which is greater than only 1. Only 1 means 5 is greater than 4 but less than 9. So you should understand the question here. An integer greater than only one of the integer. An integer means the answer which we will get. The answer should be greater than only 1. Only 1 means any integer. So you can see that 5 is greater than 4 and less than 9. So 9 minus 4 is equal to 5 is the answer. Then last one, an integer greater than both the integer. Now we have to find an answer, and if we subtract both the integers, the answer should be, the integer should be greater than both the integers. It means we have taken here two numbers, 2 and minus 3. Now I'll find the difference between this 2 and minus 3. So 2 minus of 3. We know that minus into minus plus. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So 5 is an integer which is greater than both integers. Both integer means 5 is greater than 2 also, and it is also greater than minus 3. So 5 is the number. So 2 comma minus 3 is the pair of number whose difference give 5 which is greater than both 2 and minus 3. I know these are the difficult questions, but it's not so tough. If you listen it carefully, you will be better understood. Now question number 3. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. In question number 2, we have seen that we have to write pair of integers. Means integer can be positive or negative. But here in this question we have to write a pair of negative integers. It means both numbers should be negative. Both numbers should be in negative integers. So here you can see that. So we can take pair of negative integers. For example, -5, -13. This is a pair and we have to find the difference between these two numbers. So -5 minus of -13. We know that minus into minus plus. So -5 plus 13. Again minus plus minus. So 13 minus 5, 8. Here you have to use the logic that we have to take a pair of negative integers. Means both integers are negative. And we have to find the answer in plus. It means the greater number is in positive sign. So -5, and we have to see the difference between that number should come 8. Instead of -5 and 13, you can take also 6 and 14. -6 and -14. If we subtract -6 and -14, we will get answer as 8 only. So here you can see that -5 and -13 is a pair of negative integer, and if we find the difference between these two integers, we will get the answer as 8. Then B. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is 3. Now we have to write a pair of negative and positive integer, and if we find the difference between negative and positive integer, we should get the answer as 3. So here you can see negative and positive integer means 0. 0 is a positive and -3 is a negative integer. And now we have to find the difference. Difference means minus. So 0 minus -3. We know that minus into minus plus. So 0 plus 3, which is equal to 3. So you can see that a negative integer and a positive integer, and the difference will get the answer as 3. So according to the question, we have to make the pairs. Here one is given as negative integer, second one is positive integer. So negative we have taken -3 and positive 0. And if we find the difference between them, we should get 3. So 0 minus of -3, 0 plus 3, which is equal to 3. This is the answer. Now, question number 4. In a quiz, team A scored -17, 32, -45, and team B scored 32, -45, -17 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Now, we have to compare which team scored more, team A or team B. So let us add the runs scored by team A and team B separately. So solution. From the question, it is given that, what is given? The score of team A. Here team A scored means -17, then 32 and -45. So first we will see the total score obtained by team A. It means we have to add all the score. -17 plus 32 plus of -45. So -17 plus 32 plus -45. If we subtract, if we solve it, we'll get the answer as -30. Or you can see that minus plus minus. So 32 minus 17, then 70. So we'll get the answer as 15. If we subtract -17 minus plus minus, it means 32 minus 17. So we'll get the answer as plus 15, because 32 is a bigger number and its sign is of plus. Now 15 minus 45. Again plus minus minus means 45 minus 15, 30, but sign will be of minus because 45 is a greater number and sign is of minus. So total score obtained by team A is -30. Now we have to find the team B scored how many runs. So score of team B is given as 32 minus 45 and minus 17. Now we will add the total score obtained by team B. 32 plus of minus 45 plus of minus 17. Here we have used two signs, therefore we have to write minus number in bracket. Now we'll open the bracket. 32 plus into minus, minus 45 plus into minus, minus 17. Again we will solve by taking pairs of two numbers. So we'll get as 32 minus 45 minus 17. If we solve this, we'll get the answer as minus 30. Now you can see that total score obtained by team A is also minus 30 and the total score obtained by team B is also minus 30. And here, and one more thing, you can see thus the score of both A team and B team is same. Now second question, which team scored more? No one team scored more. Both scored the same. Both score the same runs. Now next we have to, one more question is given that can we say that we can add integers in any order? You can see that the runs scored by both team are same, only the order written is different. Here you can see that minus 17, 32 and minus 45. Here also 32 minus 45 minus 17. The runs are same, only the order are different. So we can say that yes, we can say that we can add integers in any order. It means if we add integers in any order, the answer will be same. There will be no any difference. I hope you have understood this question. Now let's see the last question of our class. Question number 5. Fill in the blanks to make the following statement true. Now we have to fill in the blanks. As we have studied about properties of addition of integers, for example, closure property, commutative property, associative property, additive identity property and additive inverse. So that property we have to use in this question. First one, minus 2 plus of minus 8 equal to minus 8 plus blank. Now we have to find what will be the answer will come here in this fill in the blanks. So directly also we can see there are two ways, direct one and by solving. So first one, you can see that by commutative property we know that a plus b is equal to b plus a. Here two integers are given. Using this we can see that it is given in the form of commutative property. Here a is minus 2 plus and b is minus 8, which is equal to b plus a. So b plus a, it means here b value is given as minus 8. So which number will come here? As minus 2 using commutative property. Or directly you can see that if it here in left hand side minus 2 is given and minus 8, and right hand side only minus 8 is given. So using this left hand side you can see that we can write here minus 2, or by using commutative property minus 2 will come here. Or we can solve this by another method. Let us assume the missing integer be x. For example, in place of this we can write it as x. Then minus 2 plus of minus 8, which is equal to minus 8 plus x. Now I'll solve this. Minus 2 plus into minus, minus 8 equal to minus 8 plus x. Then minus minus plus, so 2 plus 8 minus 10, minus 8 plus x. Now we have to find the value of only x. It means we have to send minus 8 to left hand side. So by sending minus 8 from right hand side to left hand side, it will become plus 8. If we send any numbers, if we send minus 2 next side, means left hand side, it will change into plus 8. And if we change, if we send plus number to right hand side, it will change into minus. But here minus 8 is given, so in this side we change into plus 8. So minus 10 plus 8, which is equal to x. So minus plus minus, so 10 minus 8, 2, and solve according to bigger number, which is 10. So x is equal to minus 2. You can see that by using this method also we get the answer as minus 2. But here instead of solving this long method, we can also directly write the answer minus 2 by using commutative property. That's why we have read about the properties of addition of integers. Now we can substitute the x value in the blank space. So minus 2 plus of minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus of minus 2. And this equation in the form of commutative law of addition, which is a plus b is equal to b plus a. Now second one, minus 93 plus blank is equal to minus 93. You can think that which number should be added to minus 93 so that we will get the same integer, same number. So only one number is there, which is 0. If we add minus 93 to 0, then we will get the same number as minus 93. And which property is this? It is the additive identity property. It means if we add 0 to any integer, we will get the same integer as the answer. So minus 93 plus 0 is equal to minus 93. This is also the property of addition of integers. Third one, 17 plus blank is equal to 0. Now, which number should be added in 17 to get the answer 0? It means we have to, for getting the answer 0, we have to subtract 17 from 17. It means we have to subtract the inverse of 17. So which property we have to use? We have to use additive inverse property. And additive inverse property means a plus of minus a is equal to 0. Here a means 17. And if we add the inverse of 17, and inverse of 17 means minus 17. If we add minus 17 to 17, we'll get the answer 0. So 17 minus 17 is 0. So in this blank space, answer will be minus 17. And this is the additive inverse property. Then fourth one, 14 plus of minus 12 plus space is equal to, again blank space is given, then plus minus 17 plus of minus 7. Here you can see there are three integers are given, 1, 2 and 3. It means only one property is there, associative property, in which we are using three integers. So, and associative property is a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Only the bracket places is different here. So you can see a plus b plus c, and this one is a b plus c. So b space b number means here 12, here also 12. Now here 14, and which number is missing here? 14. It means this is the first place, so we have to write here 14. Now a, b and c, and in place of c it is given as minus 7. So here also it will come as minus 7. So 14 plus minus 12 plus of minus 7 is equal to 14 plus bracket minus 12 plus of minus 7. Or you can see that the number which is missing in left hand side, we have to write in right hand side, and the number which is missing in right hand side, we have to see from left hand side. So here 14 is given, but here 14 is not given. It means we have to write here 14. And in this left hand side, minus 7 is not given, but here it is given as minus 7. So we have to write here minus 7. So this is the associative property. Or you have to use the associative property in which a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So this equation is in the form of associative property of addition. Then fifth one, minus 7 plus blank plus of minus 3, which is equal to minus 7 plus 15 plus of blank space is given. This one question is also, you have to use associative property, because here how many integers are given? 1, 2 and 3. So this question will be given as you homework. Like question number 4, you have to use by yourself. So we'll see the next questions in the next day of our